I've been in the insurance industry for over 10 years now, and earlier on in my career, I was constantly stressed about whether or not I could make my bills and afford all my payments or not, because I never knew if business was going to come in. However, over the last 5 years, I've really been able to build a six-figure business 100% online using digital marketing and social media, and I consistently know that each and every single month, 10 to 20 leads are going to be coming into my business. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I created this predictable business, and by the end of it, you'll know the exact step-by-step formula that I used, and you can apply it within your business so you can consistently and predictably close 10 to 20 deals per month. So before I get into the actual step-by-step strategies that I've used, which I'm going to get into at the end of this video here, or actually not even at the end, but just a little bit later on, I wanna give a little bit of history of myself, what marketing I used early on in my business, and hopefully you can avoid that. And then we're gonna get into the step-by-step formula of what I use today to consistently and predictably bring in 10 to 20 leads in my insurance brokerage each and every single month. So here's the thing, I started in the insurance industry in 2014. In 2016, probably 2017, maybe, early 2016, I guess it doesn't really matter. That's when I started to go all in on the corporate insurance space, so the business owner market. Now, all of my marketing efforts that I did in this market were all me. They were all face-to-face, so I did door knocking, cold calling, seminars, networking events, wine and dines. That's the primary way that I was driving business into that business, I guess, into my insurance practice. However, it was all me at the end of the day. So if I wasn't in front of the room, if I wasn't doing seminars, if I wasn't traveling across the country, Edmonton, Toronto, Calgary, Vancouver, pardon me, if I wasn't getting on the phone, if I wasn't going out and speaking to people, no business came in. And listen, there's nothing wrong with that if you want to be hitting the pavement each and every single month. Not that you're not going to be hitting the pavement using other strategies that I'm going to outline here further in this video. However, what I found that was if I stopped working, money stopped coming in. If I wasn't in front of the room, no leads were coming in. So while I did build a six-figure business in that corporate insurance space, the business owner market, it wasn't leveraged. It wasn't scalable. It was just me, and I couldn't duplicate my efforts. I couldn't have like a second Philip in front of the room. And so while, yes, you can build a brokerage that way, I found a much better way to do that. When COVID happened in 2020, all of that face-to-face marketing was shut down, and I had to adapt and go to a different market, which I'm going to explain now. This is going to be a quick overview of everything that you need to do to build this predictable business in the insurance industry. However, if you do want my full 2-hour masterclass where I explain exactly how I do all this in a little bit more detail and go step by step, just comment masterclass below, and I will send you a link where you can sign up for that and watch it 100% free. However, here's the Cole's notes of how you can get started and start using this today in your insurance business. Step number 1 that you need to do to start using social media and digital marketing is you need to actually create a consistent personal brand that you can use and leverage across all your different social media platforms, which, by the way, is going to be step 2. I'm going to talk about that right after this. By the way, this is the Social Media Mastery for Financial Advisors curriculum that I put together. If you want more information about that, there is a link in the description and you can check that out. We're just going to be using one of these prompts. So by the way, this blue ocean prompt, I made a different video on this. And if you want that video, again, just comment blue ocean below and I will send it to you. That is where you actually start to develop a niche and find something that resonates with you, that is really personal, and you can build a market around that, which is a blue ocean strategy. However, now that hopefully now that you've done that video, now we need to create an actual personal brand, because we're going to be using this across all of our different platforms, which is, of course, social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, etc. All these different ones that we're going to talk about here in a second. So this prompt we're going to use, and we're going to put it into ChatGPT. We're just going to copy this whole thing. Here we go. Oh, I forgot that one. Hang on. Let's go up here. So I will put this in the description, and you can just copy this. So do not stress about trying to put it word by word. So that is fine. Okay, we're going to go here. We are going to put this into ChatGPT, and I'm going to say that I'm in Calgary, because that's where I am. Okay. And then I'm an insurance broker, serves the Calgary market. I've already identified my niche, which we've done in that blue ocean strategy. Again, if you want that video, just comment blue ocean below and I will send it to you. We're going to find our core values, unique strengths, etc. We want to do this. Okay. I'm just going to go through this prompt here a little bit. So basically what we're trying to find is our core values. We're going to find our unique strengths. We're going to find our personal brand statement. we're gonna find our visual identity, colors, and design. We're gonna find our identity, and then we're gonna find our voice, we're gonna find our content strategy, we're gonna find our testimonials and social proof. We're gonna obviously put those in. I'm not gonna go through this entire prompt here. I will show you what my personal brand looks like right now for Philip Setter, and you can get some ideas from a color point of view, and I'm gonna show you my personal brand kit. Hang on, let me just pull this up. So once you've gone through this prompt and you've got all of these additional details here, you've answered all the questions. I'm not gonna go through it here just to save some time. Again, we have a lot to cover in this video, but go through this entire prompt, I'm gonna put it in the description and you can go through it. Take your time on it, actually put in, as much information as you can. The more that you put in, the more that it's gonna put out. It's gonna be more beneficial. I'm gonna go over here to my branding kit. So I used the exact same prompt to create my own personal branding kit. And by the way, I guess I should talk a little bit about this, if it isn't already obvious. However, creating a personal brand that is recognizable, that people see and they recognize, and it's credible and it creates authority, is very important to do in the financial services. Because here's the thing, we are a dime a dozen. There is nothing special about me or you or any other broker in this space. We all have access to the exact same products. We all have the same companies we work for, or work with, I should say. Same products, same everything. The only thing that sets us apart is us, our unique personality, and how we put ourselves online and how we show up for our clients. And one of the best ways we can do this is through creating a strong personal brand that stands out from everybody else. Because here's the thing, 99% of advisors are doing it the exact same way. And if you just do it a little bit differently, you will stand out from them immensely and start to build some authority and credibility within this industry. So here's my personal branding kit, which I created from that specific ChatGPT prompt. So let's just go through it here so you can get an idea of what you should be creating for yourself. So core values and mission statement. So Philip Setter, my mission statement is helping advisors sell online, scale their business, and live life on their terms. This is something that I've been able to achieve in my own business, and now I want to share this with other advisors, around the country, both in the US and Canada. I believe in honesty, ethics, and shared success. My mission is to guide insurance brokers and financial advisors to build scalable businesses that give them freedom, independence without sacrificing their integrity or lifestyle. So that's my core value and my mission statement. We have another page here which goes over my values, my strengths, my passion and lifestyle, and again, my personal brand statement. So you can see honesty and ethics, financial independence, shared success. I want everyone to win, freedom over grind, success never at the expense of others. Unique strengths. I think I can explain complex topics with clarity. I'm charismatic, high energy mentor, installs belief, systems builder who creates order from chaos, real world proof, built Affinity Life and Policy Stream from scratch. Those are my two companies. Affinity Life is my brokerage. Policy Stream is a software company that I co-founded with a partner. Passions and lifestyles. Climbing and outdoors as symbols of freedom, independence, and balance. I'm a huge outdoor mountain sports enthusiast. I built businesses that allow for climbing trips, van life, personal passions, authentic proof that advisors can design businesses around the life they want. Personal brand statement, again, helping advisors sell online, scale their business, and live life on their terms. Okay, here's some brand inspiration. By the way, if you want access to this Canva brand template kit, do me a favor and just comment below. I actually don't have any system built out right now to share this with you, but if you want it, just comment below brand kit and I will email you a link for it. Even actually if you just comment below brand kit and then put your email, I can just send it right to your email. That might be easiest and then I don't have to reply back and forth. So if you want this brand kit, just do that and you can use this template. If not, just create your own. But here's some brand inspiration. I just pulled a bunch of different images that I liked. Here's some color schemes, some different things that I really like. That's all there. Brand logo. This is for the Advisor Institute, which is the training curriculum here. I put this here, but you can put obviously your logo there. Color schemes. Oh, get out of here. So I chose as my primary color this slate green. Again, ChatGPT helped me pick that. I have this slate green and this orange. I think looks really good. It reflects professionalism, trust, modern simplicity. Great, cool, we love it, love to see it. Typography. So I'm using this Monte Ermo and Open Sans, and then this little branding style. So you can see casual, warm. You can adjust these just to see. By the way, with this branding kit, you are giving this to all of your different people that you're working with. So graphic designers, video editors, tech contractors, people that are working in your business that need guidance on how to build things out. Just in case you were wondering what this personal branding kit was for, you are using this to make sure you are consistent across the board, because you want to use this branding kit to then create consistency on all your different social media platforms, which we're going to get to in a second here. Pattern design, these are just some patterns that I like. You can see these are on a few of my different websites, and that's it. So this is my personal branding kit that I built out using this ChatGPT prompt. So you want to take the time now, take the prompt from the description, go ahead and build this out, because this is our stepping stone, what we're going to use to actually now start to build out our traffic and our social media platforms, which is going to, again, create that predictable income in your business from inbound leads, not you constantly chasing the next client. Okay, now that you have your personal brand established and you have your colors, your logos, your headshot, your profile pictures, you can now go to all the different social media platforms and create a consistent image across the board. Now I'm going to give you my opinion on all the different social media platforms. And by the way, this is going to be a very quick rundown. Again, if you want the full breakdown of exactly how to use these platforms to scale your life insurance business or your financial practice, comment masterclass below and I'll send that to you. However, let's just jump into it. So starting with, obviously, in my opinion, number one is YouTube. So YouTube is the number 2 search engine in the world, which is owned by the number 1 search engine in the world, which is Google. So YouTube is going to be the most effective way for you as an advisor to create content that people are searching for. Now, here's the thing. In 2025, or whenever you're watching this video, it might be 2026, video content marketing, in my opinion, is the best way for financial advisors and insurance brokers to build trust and build that know, like, and trust factor, pardon me, I guess it's the same thing, with their clients. So here's the thing. You could go on LinkedIn and Facebook and Google and write a blog and do anything like that, put a picture up, put some text up, but at the end of the day, people are reading that and they don't really get to know you as a person. They're not getting to know me as a person if I'm just writing a blog post. Maybe you can put some personality in there. However, at the end of the day, no one is buying insurance off someone because of the way they write or maybe their knowledge on the product. We're really just a commodity. People are buying from you, again, because they know, like, and trust you. And one of the most effective ways to explain complex subject material, which the financial service industry is through video content marketing. So YouTube is number 1. That's where you're gonna use for all your SEO-based content. So what do I mean by SEO-based content? Well, this is search engine optimization, or what are people searching for? So there's 2 different types of content on YouTube. One is interest-based, so that could be like funny cat videos. So YouTube knows if you watch a funny cat video, chances are you probably want to watch another funny cat video. And when YouTube knows that and you create a funny cat video and you put that out there, it's going to serve it to people who are interested in funny cat videos. So there's not that many people that consistently are watching insurance topics. This is something that is searched now. So if you go onto YouTube and you search, how does life insurance work? Or term life insurance versus permanent life insurance? Or should I get a term 20 or a term 30? These are search-based queries where people can now put them into YouTube, or put them into YouTube, pardon me, and search for a video, and your video can be the video that pops up and they can click it, and then hopefully you've optimized it and, follow general good practices, which of course I have many different resources that you can follow for that. From that, they can then book a meeting with you or go to their website, download some free guide and get into your funnel. So now let's jump into Meta. So Facebook and Instagram. Let me explain what I think this is best used for financial advisors and insurance brokers. So Facebook is kind of dead. Facebook is, I would say it's on its way out for being a platform that you can use. However, there's still 2 different ways you can use it. So number 1, if you create a Facebook business page, that is still where you are going to be running all of your ads. And I recommend everyone should be using retargeting ads because they're an incredibly cheap way to retarget customers who have been to a landing page or a website or downloaded something. And you should be using that because it's really cheap and it's an effective way to get in front of them again. You need a Facebook business page because that is where your ads are going to be shown from, both on Facebook and on Instagram. So that's one of the reasons why you need Facebook. The second reason why I recommend Facebook is for the use of groups. So on Facebook, you can join all of these very specific niche hobby groups. And if you watched my Blue Ocean strategy video, which again, if you're interested in that, just comment below, you'll know that niche targeting is niche targeting, Blue Ocean strategy is one of the most effective ways to scale your practice. So me rock climbing, ice climbing, backcountry skiing, alpine climbing. These are all huge passions of mine. On Facebook, I'm in every single group that's involved with anything climbing. And anytime that there's any type of discussion about life insurance, I'm in that group, or people are tagging me because I have such a reputation now in that industry that I'm the #1 guy that deals with mountain sports. But that is one of the ways that you still can use Facebook, is going into groups where you are that guy. Is it a golfing group? Is it a woodworking group? Is it a car group? Is it a coffee group? Whatever it is, local Calgary shopping, something like that, whatever you're super passionate about, but you can find groups which you can target if that is your niche market. Okay, let's jump into Instagram real quick. So Instagram is the #1 platform that you can actually start to use to build connection with your followers. So Instagram is so good. One of building a community, in that niche space. So for me, of course, it's climbing. I built a large climbing following, which I occasionally will post stories and post, about life insurance, and I get lots of leads from Instagram. However, Instagram is an interest-based platform. So if you go on it and you just start creating content about life insurance, the only people that are gonna follow you are other life insurance brokers or financial advisors. So don't go on Instagram and just post insurance. If you ever read the book by Gary Vaynerchuk, Jab, Jab, Hook, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, where it's give, ask. So building a following on Instagram, you need to put yourself first and put your personal interests and hobbies and avocations and life first. Build a following and connection and rapport with your followers that way. And then every once in a while, then you layer in financial topics. By the way, I created another full video on how you can use Instagram to scale your insurance practice. Comment Instagram below and I'll send that one to you as well. I feel like I've said that like 100 times now. However, obviously, if you want to use all these platforms effectively, it's difficult for me to just condense this into one video. Let's talk about TikTok real quick. I'm gonna blast by this one. TikTok is a great platform for you to repurpose your short form content that you're creating. So by the way, if you are using YouTube as your main platform, you're creating long form content on that and you're putting it there, you can now create short form content and repurpose it on YouTube Shorts, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and LinkedIn, which I'm gonna talk about here in a second. However, TikTok, I would say, is a good awareness social media platform. So what I mean by that is you're not gonna build a big following on TikTok and communicate with people and build repertoire and, have connections and, post stories and things like that. You want to build some awareness on TikTok and then redirect them somewhere else. So use links on your bio within TikTok to either send them to your Instagram or to your YouTube. But that is just a general traffic platform, which can be used very effectively, but we want to get them off that platform onto another platform that we have more control over. Which leads me to LinkedIn, which in my opinion can be used quite effectively for two different purposes. Number one, if you're targeting the business owner market, this is a very effective platform. This is one of the best platforms you can use. A lot of business owners are on LinkedIn and you can build out an entire strategy for how to target business owners. However, if you're just there and you're not targeting business owners, or you're not, drastically targeting, aggressively targeting business owners, if that's not your main focus, the other way that you can use LinkedIn very effectively is to build your credibility and your authority. And you do this through resharing all of your video content that you're creating on YouTube, and then over time, you can start to build that credibility and reputation and authority, and then you can reach out to ideal partners, realtors, mortgage brokers, other investment professionals, or other people that you want to partner with. And now that you've built that reputation by posting consistently on LinkedIn and resharing content, and you've established yourself as an authoritative figure, those partnerships will be much easier to facilitate. And LinkedIn is the best platform to try and get those partnerships. By the way, I also created, of course, another complete video on how to get partnerships in your business. I feel terrible saying this again, but comment partnerships below, and if you're interested in that, I will send it to you. Okay, now that we've blasted through all the different social media platforms, let's go step number 3, which is consistency is key. Use all of these different platforms, come up with a content calendar, and commit to posting every single month. So for me personally, I do 8 long form videos on YouTube. I do 5 to 10 shorts. I repurpose those shorts across all the different platforms. And then I also write posts talking about my long form videos, which I post on Facebook and LinkedIn. So whatever your content schedule is, commit to doing it over the long term, schedule it in your calendar, and continue to do it each and every single month. Now that you have traffic coming into your business, the 4th step that you want to look into is building a funnel that converts. So If you know anything about marketing, and I have, of course, other videos on this, but the basics of a funnel is you have top of the funnel, you have middle of the funnel, and you have bottom of the funnel. Top of the funnel should be something of value that you are giving them, maybe a lead magnet, maybe something you're giving them for free, whatever it is, a guide, a checklist, some type of downloadable that you're getting in exchange for their email. And then over time, you can now start to nurture them, send them emails, send them follow-ups, do retargeting campaigns, which I mentioned, of course, on Facebook, and you can run it on other platforms as well. That's gonna nurture them from top of the funnel to middle of the funnel. Bottom of the funnel is now, bottom of the offer. That is selling them, so having a meeting with them, selling them some products, getting them to get a quote, whatever it is that you've set up in your business. But you want to track this over the long term and see, once you start to get significant traffic into your funnel, where is it that it's breaking down, if at all? Maybe it's working great and you're just crushing it, but over time you want to see, okay, is it the landing page? So are they downloading the lead magnet? Oh, okay, they are. So we're getting lots of people that download the lead magnet, but then no one ever goes down to the next step. They don't open any of the emails. So maybe I need to look at my CRM and my email nurture campaign. Maybe the subject line sucks. Maybe the content sucks. The subject sucks. Whatever it is, I need to look at that. Once you've figured that out, now you need to look at the bottom. Okay, something's happening on the last step. No one is booking a meeting with me to actually, discover or have a financial meeting or discover or look at their life insurance policy, whatever it is. Something's the problem there. Maybe it's the landing page. Maybe it's a copy. Maybe it's how they book it. Who knows? So once you start to build this funnel out, you need to take the data and look over it over the long term and see, where is it breaking down? Where are they stopping along the funnel? What do I need to improve upon to have more people come from the top and then more leads, come from the top and clients come out at the bottom? And step number 5 to build a predictable business is rinse and repeat. That is essentially an entire 6-figure predictable marketing, digital marketing plan in a nutshell. Business should not be super exciting. Of course, it can be exciting when things start working, but it is just boring at the end of the day. You want to be rinse and repeating every single month, building content, getting traffic, sending that to a lead magnet, getting them to sign up, taking them from top of the funnel to bottom of the funnel, getting clients, and making money. That is it. That is your predictable 6-figure digital marketing blueprint in a nutshell. Now that you understand the entire blueprint for creating a consistent 6-figure income, click here to watch my video about how to create a funnel that actually converts. And if you guys have any questions, comment, just drop them below. And as always, if you are enjoying this content, all I ask is that you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.